5 years straight, Dubai was one real estate market the world couldn't stop talking about. Prices up 70%, $500 million in luxury deals, millionaires flying from London, Mumbai and Beijing to park their wealth in the sun. But this month, something changed. For the first time since the pandemic, Dubai home prices have fallen. And the story of why tells you everything about how fragile even the hottest markets in the world really are. Dubai's housing market has been one of the world's top performers, with property values surging over 70% since 2020, driven by foreign investors, expats, and the city's tax-free appeal. Dubai's luxury real estate market grew for 5 years straight, with 500 properties selling last year for more than $10 million, up from just 30 in 2020. An estimated 9,800 millionaires moved to Dubai in 2025 alone, bringing in $63 billion wealth, more than any other city in the world, according to reports. Dubai had turned wealth attraction into a national strategy. No income tax, no capital gains tax, golden visas, and a reputation as the safest city in the most volatile region on earth. That last part, though, is now being tested. A home price index compiled by ValueStat, a Dubai-based property consulting firm used by some of the country's largest banks, fell 5.9% in March from the previous month, marking the first decline since 2020. Even with that drop, the gauge is only back to where it was 6 months ago. So this isn't a collapse, but it is a meaningful reversal of momentum. The sales data tells an even sharper story. Total residential sales value fell nearly 20% month on month to 37.2 billion dirhams, about $10.1 billion in March, while the number of transactions dropped from nearly 16,000 to around 13,000. In off-plan market, where buyers purchase before a property is built, sales value dropped around 13% in March. Now, this segment accounts for nearly 75% of total transactions and tends to react first to sentiment shifts because it is more speculative in nature. The trigger was geopolitical and sudden. On February 28, US-Israeli strikes on Iran triggered a regional war, after which over 1,700 missiles and drones were fired towards the UAE, with more than 90% intercepted by the country's air defense systems. But the interception rates aren't the story that spooked investors. The hits that got through were: Dubai's five-star Fairmount the Palm Hotel was struck by an explosion. Debris from a downed Iranian drone set fire to the iconic Burj Al Arab Hotel, and Dubai airport was damaged by a missile strike. That shattered the one thing that Dubai had sold the world for decades: safety. Dubai's stock market dropped sharply, with the DFM real estate index losing over 15% in a single week. The Iran war shook Dubai's status as a global wealth hub, as large numbers of expats began to leave and family offices and wealth managers reconsidered their Middle East footprint. Luxury sales in Dubai also fell to roughly half of pre-war levels, with European luxury firms forced to reroute shipments through Oman and Saudi Arabia due to the blockade of the Strait of Hormuz, adding delivery delays of up to 20 days. Dubai had bounced back from every crisis before: the 2009 debt crash, the 2020 pandemic, the 2022 Russia-Ukraine shock. Each time the market recovered and then surged to new highs. But this time is different in one crucial way. The crisis didn't come from far away. It came to Dubai's doorstep itself. Whether this is a blip or a turning point is a question that every investor is now asking.